What's going on, guys? Right now went out for a little drive. It's actually 4:10, but it looks like it's evening time due to the fires and the ash. It's been dark all day. If you look over towards the north, it is completely black. I doubt the GoPro will be able to pick this up, or maybe it will, but like, car's just covered in ash. So a little bit of an apocalypse run, but we're gonna go ahead, drive, and talk to you about so far what I think about this BMW. And Rodell has been saying I haven't been giving you guys enough information about why I'm doing these mods. I kind of went into it thinking like, oh, you guys already know this platform, but granted, a lot of you guys just followed me for a Subaru, so I'll do my best to try to explain why I'm doing some mods and try to give you guys a better understanding of BMW. But like I said, I'm still learning. But photos here real quick, and then we'll go ahead and get on the drive. All right, so first thing you'll notice about the car is I put the seats from the Subaru in this, but I don't have the harnesses. I got to put the harness in for the passenger side, and then the driver's side came with a Scroth harness. Right now, I don't love it, mainly due to that these tabs, I hope you guys can see them, are really hard to pull. They're super stiff, and usually all the other Scroth harnesses I've sat in, they're extremely easy to pull. All right, I love this car. In the beginning, some sounds were definitely getting to me. For instance, there's a little fan in there that starts and stops all the time. It's like an AC thing. Turn off the volume. It's different not having a touch screen or like a head unit that has a backup camera, but it is what it is. Like I said, I can't see out of the right side mirror. Luckily, this mirror is good enough. And looking at the screen, God, it looks so dark, but that's because it actually is super dark outside and it's only 4 o'clock. I'm gonna actually pause it and turn up the exposure settings. Hopefully that will bring the video up a little in color so you can see more. The only problem with turning up the EV is that it could possibly get grainy. But yeah, so this is a 1998 BMW E36 M3. It has about 194,000 miles. Mel, the guy who owns a BMW shop, did all the work and stuff. So the car came with a ton of goodies. I will do a full in-depth, which will probably be a long video, about this whole car after I get these new modifications on the car. But in the last video, we upgraded to an E-fan, and I didn't really explain why, besides like pulling out temperature of the engine bay when sitting at lights or on track. But one major thing is the stock fan is open, and it's also prone, which I haven't seen a lot of cases, but it is prone to blowing up or grenading, which will create a huge impact in the motor, in the engine bay. It sits right behind the radiator, so it can destroy the radiator, and then some hoses and stuff like that. So that's one of the main reasons. Another main reason is for cooling, and people say it gets better gas mileage. I doubt it, but maybe because it's lighter, who knows. But so that's the main reason why I got the E-fan. And then I also mentioned that I'm getting welded plates on for the front strut tower and the rear strut tower, and the reason for that is because the strut towers on BMW's E36s particularly, they are very weak and under a lot of stress and tension. This one for some reason is super flimsy, and they're prone to cracking really easily. Rodell actually cracked his rear strut tower at Sonoma, and that was costly to repair. So I don't want to crack my strut towers and then have to repair them and then get them welded at the same time. So the reason I'm welding is just to make sure those strut towers will never crack on me. The front one you can get away with running a donut gasket, which I actually had on the car, but then I couldn't get more than -2.5 camber in the front, and since I wanted -3.5, we had to remove those donut gaskets. And if you just ran those, you would be totally fine. The rears, there's a plate you have to buy that has to be welded on. There's nothing like, there's no drop-on plate that you can get and just be fine. So yeah, that's the reason why I'm getting those welded plates on, is to make sure that the strut towers, one of the weakest points on this car, is fixed and I never have to worry about it. The strut bar maybe is a little bit of overkill for like chassis stability or reinforcement, but who knows, maybe it'll help in the lateral movement of the car and stiffness. But I love this car, and I'm waiting to give you guys my full like real thoughts about it after I do a track day, because that's really where it's gonna be. Someone did ask, what is it like dailying an older car? Like I said, I missed the head unit. Good thing the AC heater runs, the lights work, the gauges work, knock on wood, everything works in here, and yeah, it's great. The only downside I would say, even though it's not really a downside, is the rear diff. The 373 is super short, so like on the 40 zones I'm like shifting 1, 2, 3, 4, sometimes even 5th. Right now we're going 40 miles per hour. I'm in 4th gear at 2500 RPMs. So like I said before, 80 miles per hour on the freeway, I'm in 5th gear at 3000 RPMs. But I mean, it doesn't really bother me. It's a lot of shifting for around town, a lot more than the Subaru. I was most of the time in the Subaru I was in 3rd gear, but yeah, we're heading up the hill and it's getting significantly more smoky. Yeah, we'll see how it is, but drivability of this car compared to the Subaru is much better. It's not loud, besides like the whole drivetrain. There are more creaks, more so just from the roof itself, and then this carbon insert makes a lot of sound. But that's one thing I love. I'm in 4th gear at 2000 RPM and I can just gun it and have that torque, whereas in the Subaru you downshift, you smash the gas, and then you wait for the turbo to build up. This instant power the moment you press on the gas. I do have race pads and rotors on here, so the brakes are very loud and squeaky. I will probably get a daily set of pads, and then I'm on the track wheels right now. I should honestly switch back to the daily set so I don't wear these tires out, but I just love the way the car looks on the Apex wheels. So I'm thinking I might have to in the future buy some Apex wheels as a daily set. So gas mileage, I got 273 miles to 3/4 tanks, and that is almost triple what the Subaru got. On a good day, the Subaru would get 140, 160 miles per gallon on the tank. So worlds of difference. It is 91 octane, so I pay a little bit more in gas, but I'm definitely going a lot farther. Yeah, I mean, this car is great. I have no issues. Definitely, I mean, I bought it track ready and I could have gone out. I'm just taking more precautions to make sure nothing happens to the car on track. I don't want anything to happen and then to ruin that first experience for me. Hopefully, even though I'm doing all this work, nothing still happens. But I had to cancel my garage istics order because the floor basis still says waiting for fulfillment, and Rodell was able to find me a set from Beamer World ready to ship, so I went ahead and ordered those and canceled my garage sticks. But yeah, this car is just fun. I cannot wait to try it out on the track, because just around town and then a little bit in the canyons, this car handles so much differently. And then I noticed I definitely have some people that followed me because of my Subaru saying I made the wrong decision. BMWs, no way they handle better than Subaru or all-wheel drive platforms, and I don't know, man. This one guy was saying, sorry, it's kind of loud with that. This one guy was saying that he was scared taking a turn 130 miles per hour in this car, but I really want to know what track was he getting up to 130 miles per hour to be able to hit that turn, because all the tracks here in California that I know of in an NA, sorry, you guys can tell how loud it is, the noise from the diesel now, but I just want to know what track can you hit at 130 miles per hour in this car around here, because most of the tracks here, you're not getting that fast in an NA. I barely hit 130 on Thunderhill 3 Mile in my 450 wheel horsepower Subaru. So it is what it is. You got to take everything with a grain of salt. Everyone on the internet thinks they know shit. They think they're the best, but whatever. I mean, I'm happy with my decision. If they're not, go ahead and unfollow me. I won't care at all. But yeah, I mean, mean, I want to know what you guys want to know. What you think about this car, what you want to learn about this car. I definitely will be having more installs for this car, so look out on the future for that, because there's some things, little things here and there that I definitely want to change out and to fix up and to swap. So if there's something interests you, please let me know. I still will be making videos. This thing is awesome to drive. I'm still getting used to heel toe. Like I said, the pedals are extremely close together, and I don't really particularly like how the gas pedal comes out of the floor, and it's kind of this weird, like, weird sensation pressing down on it. It's almost mushy at first. It's not like the Subaru, where it has that firm, stiff metal pedal. You hit it and it instantly knows what you're doing. That also could have been with the carbon fiber drive shaft, but yeah, I definitely want to change out the pedals. I can't believe people are going mountain biking. But I'm gonna shut up so you guys can listen to the car. Through that section. Yeah, so see, in that entire section I was in 4th gear, and in the Subaru, like, I think I would mainly be in 3rd gear, but I'm definitely figuring out which range to be in gear-wise, because the less shifting you have to do on the track, the more time you save. So, and it just got super dark over here. I really hope the video does it justice, but I think that's gonna cover it. I think I briefly touched on some topics, so I look forward to talking to you guys more about this car, giving you my full thoughts, and I'll definitely see you guys in the next video. So take care, be safe during these hectic times, and if you guys don't know, little side note of why there's even more fires in California, well, someone decided they wanted to do a gender reveal party, and they caught San Bernardino, I don't even know how to say it. They caught that whole valley on fire because of a gender reveal party. So don't do what they did. Stay safe, guys.